Hey, I just wanted to come through to do a quick recap video. This video is going to be about my total knee replacement surgery. I mentioned this a lot in my videos because I've been rehabbing and trying to get my life back right after that surgery. Most of the videos that I did while I went through that process were on TikTok. That's where I placed all those videos. But I decided to compile them all together here for YouTube, just to kind of let you see me as I walk through the early part of my journey. Thank you for watching. Happy Tuesday. I just wanted to pop in because I am exactly 1 week post-op for my total knee replacement. At this very time of my recording now, I would have been in surgery. If my surgery was successful, I am sitting right now with the leg propped up with the ice machine on. I have been able to immediately out of surgery. They got me walking. They don't play about that. They do a major surgery, put all new hardware in your leg, in your knee area, and then tell you to get up and walk because movement plus elevation and ice and regular physical therapy is what's going to get me back to walking properly. Probably, no doubt, more properly than I've ever walked before, or I have walked in years. So I'm looking forward to that. Today, though it's 1 week post-op, I did start walking because I've been walking with a walker around the house today. So far, the only thing I've been using is a cane, but I'm taking my time. Like, I definitely was moving faster using the walker, but I'm taking my time with the cane, and the cane has a base. My husband, he's been hooking me up. He got the one where the cane stands. So when I say a base, it just stands, which is so convenient because I don't have time to have to bend over picking nothing up. But I'm taking my time with it. So in my time of sitting, I'm doing some of what my new little hobbies are, doing some crocheting. And I said by the time I finish, I'm going to have all kind of like little oven mitts and stuff, working on a little purse design. But anyway, just stopping in, checking in, doing a little documenting, I'll say it like that. But again, 1 week post-op, walking, doing my exercises, and really have goals for each month, for really each week. But I got some big goals for later this year that the only way I'm going to be able to accomplish it is if I'm serious about moving and exercising and being about my business. So thanks for stopping by for this update. Total knee replacement. If you've had it, or if you know someone who had it, comment. Or if you're thinking about doing it, take care. I just completed physical therapy. I believe I'm going to have in-home physical therapy for 2 more weeks. That will give me a total of 4 weeks before I return to my doctor, which will be my first appointment following my surgery. So 4 weeks from surgery will be my appointment with my surgeon. I really wanted to just stop in and say that in my last video where I gave my first update regarding my total knee replacement surgery, I made a comment that day I walked, or it might have been the day before, I walked mostly on my cane. It's a standing cane that has a base. And I kind of was proud of myself for that. I wanted you to know that the next day when my therapist came, my physical therapist came, and I let him know how I was moving around, he said that quality recovery required that I use my walker. is because the quality of my walking on the cane did not equal the quality of walking on the walker. On the cane, I have to admit I was moving slower, more cautiously, unsteady. Whereas on the walker, I was able to move freely and move around at a faster pace and regaining more of my normal stance. So I just wanted to come in and say that, especially for anyone who is soon to have their knee replacement therapy. Another thing I wanted to add is he is really stressing for the first, at least for the first 2 weeks. I can strongly say for this time period, I need to mostly have my leg elevated and iced at least 2 hours, and then do my walks. I do about 2 to 3 laps in my house, and then do my exercises, and then go straight back to elevating and allowing rest. He said that is what I need to be focused on for the first few weeks. And that sometimes I realize that my mind wants me to get up and move and do track my steps, because I've been getting more steps in that than I expected. But he said resting is very, very important during this time period. I'll let you know what else I find out, but I just wanted to come in and let you know that. All right. I hope everyone is doing well. This is a quick update. Tomorrow will make exactly 3 weeks from my surgery. Tomorrow is Tuesday, March 10th. Tomorrow is Tuesday, March 10th. So that will be, again, 3 weeks from my surgery. Just want to give you an update. First of all, I know that there are videos out here where people are showing them moving around, walking around. People are doing videos of them, how they're moving on those days. I'm not going to do that, because while I'm moving, I'm concentrating. I don't want any mishaps. I don't want any, really, that's private for me. But I am willing to share where I am in my recovery. And right now, I just had my physical therapy, did a whole lot more exercises. That weakness that I was feeling in my thigh, which I really just, times I just felt like the pain that came from that tourniquet being on, I no longer feel that. I'm gaining strength in my thigh, which allows me to kick my leg forward, bring my leg in and out like snow angels. He's incorporated side to side movement at my kitchen counter. And then today I was able, and today and the last visit, I was able to carry the weight of my body on my surgical leg. So that's improvement. This is the first day that he had me do a lap without my walker. I still move slower without the walker. And he did give me the green light to move without the walker as long as the walker is nearby, because I definitely move faster with the walker. I've already been kind of doing that, but where he said I need to increase in my stamina and speed, and that will come with more movement. Also, I do have a underdesk elliptical now. That was at his recommendation. I know that's helping. So far, so good. I know I'm pretty much sure I already said that my staples have been removed. That scar is healing slowly. I'm not at the point of being able to put anything on it to work on the true healing. So it's really just kind of drying up. It's already dry, but kind of getting on that flaky side. I'm pleased with my movement, and pain has reduced significantly. I am experiencing discomfort though at night when I sleep, and discomfort is more about getting comfortable enough to get a good night's sleep. My first couple of weeks, I don't really feel like I felt that, but now that's where I'm trying to find a resolution, is with getting a comfortable night's sleep. Yesterday wasn't bad though. It was better than it had been, but I'm getting there. So that's I'm going to call it my 3-week update. It's my goal that by midweek or late this week, I am going to go see my mom. So I've taken little car rides with my husband, but I have not gotten out of the car and walked into any buildings. But that first walk is going to be a walk to go see my mom, because of me being being her caregiver. Even though she's in assisted living, I'm her caregiver. It's the reason why I put off getting this surgery. So couldn't put it off anymore. So I'm excited about being able to put my eyeballs on her. And I think that would be a nice surprise for her. But that's my update. Hope anyone who's recently had the surgery, if you're at the week 3 mark, you can leave a comment on how you're doing. If you're beyond, and you can tell any of us who are looking at this video what we can expect. And another thing, I was able to, I believe he said, bend my leg at 110 degrees. He said really teetering at that 120 degree mark. And also I was able to extend my leg in almost a locked position, which he said that was a good thing. But tell us your progress. Be encouraged. Know that regardless of if you're further along at this point or not as far along, it's personal. The whole thing is to do something daily, move daily. That's what's going to get you back at it. And I did promise myself that I was going to be serious about my recovery well beyond my recovery time. And I'm serious. All right, bye. Update number 4 was Sunday and Tuesday. On 2 days, it will be 4 weeks since my total knee replacement surgery. Wednesday, the day after, I go to my surgeon for follow-up. But I just want to give you an update. So Friday that just passed, and I'm jumping back and forth, was my final in-home physical therapy appointment. I have driven a car Sunday. I was no doubt going to church, but I was also able to sing in the choir. Sat through my whole service. It was debatable at first if I was going to sing in the choir, but I did. Was able to go through the whole service. I've come home. I've done a couple things in my kitchen, nothing major. Taking my time. And now finally, so I would say I've been home soon to be 2 hours. I'm now propping up my leg with my ice. All of this for me feels like a milestone, and I'm so thankful. I know everyone finds themselves in different places during this type of recovery. I do believe a lot of why I may be coming along. I don't know. But for me, I'm coming along, and I think it has a lot to do with keeping it moving. I don't feel like I'm pushing myself. I feel like I'm doing the things that I feel like I want to do. So if I can do it, I try to do it. So some of the things that, like when my therapist told me, well, if you go here or do this, make sure you take a walker. He told me to take a walker because I did tell him I was going to church on Sunday. I just didn't feel like I needed a walker because I've been walking around my house without a walker. Now, did I think I needed to take my cane with me? Yes, because, I just knew that I probably would get tired and need something to assist just in case. So, I think there's wisdom in that. I mentioned in my prior video the difficulty I was having with getting a good night's sleep. A lot of that had to do with my ability to turn myself from left to right easily. I'm not a back sleeper typically, but I've been sleeping on my back. I could sleep easily on my right side. And now, since my last update, I can easily or more easily turn myself from left to right. I don't have to sit up and make any like crazy major adjustments to get myself turned from left to right. And because of that, I've just found that I've been able to get better sleep. It is not the sleep of old. It's obvious that I've had surgery, but getting more sleep, I believe, has a lot to do with why I feel a lot better, why I continue to improve. I did give myself some rest on Saturday. I was moving around, but I got myself some rest. I actually, in 2 days, Friday and Saturday, I took naps. I've been wanting naps. I've just never been really a nap taker. I've been feeling like I've needed a nap. I got 2 naps. If I'm fortunate, I'm going to get one today. But anyway, that's my update. I'm not guaranteeing that I'm going to do another update real soon anyway. Hopefully I can talk about some other stuff. But I just thought, let me let you know where I am, because especially with being right at 4 weeks out from my surgery, and I know some people are about to have surgery or just had surgery, just curious how others may be doing at this time. This is how I'm doing. I know that there are some people who may be further along than me, some who are not, and it's an individual thing. But all I want to say is thank you, Lord, for all you've done for me. Thank you, Lord, for all you've done for me. So you all take care. Hey, y'all, just checking in. Wanted to check in to give an update because I know it has been a while. I just wanted to follow up. I know I said I wasn't going to make another video about my total knee replacement. At this point, I am 7 weeks out from my surgery. It will be 8 weeks this upcoming Tuesday, which will be April 14th. So just let's say I'm 8 weeks out. With that said, it's by the time we get to next week, I'll be 4 weeks out from having any type of physical therapy. I did 4 weeks of physical therapy in home, and my physical therapy ended right before I went back to work, my in-home physical therapy. And then once I went back to my doctor for a follow-up, then they put the orders in for me to have physical therapy on an outpatient basis. But it took until now, which will be April the 13th, for it to start. So it took a while for it to get started. So with that said, I have not had any regular or official PT since then. I know that it's about to step up. I have been moving around, keeping it moving. I no longer, like when I go out and about, I don't take a walker, which I really didn't take a walker out, but I don't take a cane anymore. I've really wanted to update the fact that I'd have a noticeable difference in how my knee feels in the last 3 days. And today makes the 3rd day that I have a noticeable reduction in pain as I move around, and a reduction in tightness. I have tightness in my knee, but it is majorly reduced, and it just kind of happened 3 days ago. I no longer take just not like automatically, I no longer take a pain medicine like Tylenol at night. I have to have been moving around a whole lot. And my knee has to feel really tired before I'll take anything prescribed like the oxycodone. That's been weak. That's been probably once in about 2 weeks. I did go ahead and put a prescription in for some more, only because I don't know how my physical therapy is going to make me feel. But I still had some left over from before. I just didn't want to be without if I needed it. So, anyway, I just wanted to give an update. I will, at the end of this video, show you the incision. I know I didn't show that before, but I will show it. I really wasn't up to, showing that in a video during that time when I was still like doing lots and lots of resting and stuff. Now that I'm back to work, let me add that I do my under desk elliptical daily. I have to get up every hour. It's like literally doctor's orders. And I do get up. I have to. It's like if I don't, that's just too much sitting, and I can't even just stand right at my desk. I have to move around. So that's part of my return to work instructions. I do a massage on my leg twice a day with vitamin E oil, and then I use Evagenase natural with shea butter with lavender in it, and I do a real thorough massage, and I use a mini massager and massage directly on my incision because I want to break up any of my scar tissue. Also, I'm looking forward to my physical therapy. I'm a little, because I know they're going to push me because that's what they do, but I'm committed to it. I was told by my surgeon that knee replacement is not going to give you, like, if you weren't a runner, you're not about to be a runner. Forget that. It's not going to give you better, right? It's going to give you better than what you were dealing with that pain. But let me tell you about me. I think different than that because I've always had problems with my knees. I've had problems with my knees since I was a child. And first of all, I had a very, they said valgus, like it went out in a bowl and it was getting worse. That has been corrected. I feel my knee getting stronger. Do I think that I'm going to be running? No, I don't even think that's recommended. But do I think that I'm going to be able to just feel a lot better and just to be in better shape? Because I feel like I'm motivated a little bit more to get myself in shape. I think, yeah. So anyway, with that said, I don't keep talking because I am talking. But with that said, I will go ahead and let you go. And, next week is physical therapy. So at this mark, let's just call it 8 weeks. Let's call it the 8-week mark. At the 8-week mark, how are you all doing? How have you, who are further along than me, how were you at this time? How are you now? Know that our walks are our individual things and it's all good. I am 6 months post total knee replacement surgery. August 17th made 6 months post total knee replacement surgery. And I'm walking on the trail. And I have gotten to a point of when I'm sitting down at work, I don't have like major pain when I get up. Stiffness slightly there, but today was a markedly, I don't know, is that wrong? A marked day where I could literally say, my knee don't feel that bad. Some of what I do feel is if I have swelling. Swelling puts pressure on my knee. So, yeah. And so my swelling has gone down a lot. So I don't feel as tight in my knee. So I just thought I'd pop in and say that. Yeah.